And yeah, greetings to all in creation. This is Aurora with New Creation, and I'm still here at the Days Inn. So, as I now understand, you were all lied to, and you thought that I am. I'm not even sure what you guys thought or how crazy everybody is. I don't even understand what game you're playing and why and how deep this goes. And all I know is I have found out through my Shasta best, mission like pal in Florida that last night all the banging and squirming and um, all that jazz like was next door, and that was my ex fucking another hoe in my name. So just so everybody understands, first of all, I'm the kind of girl, if I find out my guy's cheating, it's not something like ego, like, oh, I get pissed. No, no, no. I perform plasma surgeries, which is what I just did up in Shelter Cove with one of my Galactic Confederation members and co creators for years now, William Forsyth. And he's still never really, got fully activated because he is stuck in a tad of fantasy due to being on a path of experience and wisdom. So he doesn't lack experience or wisdom per se, and that's the like minutes of meeting of his session, because he's at like 92% conscious and he has 8% left to transmute for full consciousness. And that doesn't include the full like body abilities to function and materialize. That will only get there when he actually makes his full shift from ether to complete from carbon to ether. And in his case, he had a stroke in the middle of his lifetime, like around 50 years old, and he had to reteach himself every motor action by focus and being conscious, meaning being mindful, because he still mentioned the word mind, which was the biggest downfall of his session. Now, as I said, for sessions of meeting, all you guys got to know is that 2020, like all this time later, the Atlanteans did the same mistake of the beginning of time. Again, they stole my technology and did it without paying, and they thought that the more cops that they manipulate and the more governors and the more towns and the more they ban me, they're gonna get away this time with like something different than in the beginning of time when they installed your ego mind programs instead of your third eyes. So you're all dumbed down now. You're all operate from a modum operandi of complete identification, complete robotic habits and like means of functioning. And even at the higher levels, like Archangel Michael was only operating from a place of ego. Since the beginning of meeting me, he was only seeking to replace me with Christina, whether he knows it or not, because I mentioned it, and if he doesn't know it, I would like literally appreciate a official apology, because I don't appreciate at all how you've been communicating to me and talking to me, Michael, because you guys have to understand that what does not work in this present day system is the false illusionary sense of equality. Because you guys are like, oh, land of the brave, home of the free, and like every man is born equal under God. But at the same time, you guys do things like you allow my ex to come in with a broad under my name to the room next door and get fucked all night, and all he has to do is show at the door, and you all give him power over me via associativa, just because you think that doing that is cool and is redeemable by God, but it's not. I don't care how many people want to call me baby. I don't care how many people want to belittle and diminish me for whatever reason, lie about me to aggrandize the little hooker nigger whores. All I know is I sat at a table very respectfully when it was time for me to begin my story with my former partner, which was not Archangel Michael. That I'm talking here, island partner. And I told him very radically that my plasma is hypersensitive, and in order for me to be able to be at my highest like vision, version, and levels of performance, the minimum requirement is for me to have a complete transparency and what you guys call trust on Earth. So you can't be inside me and be inside other hoes when I'm coding you, unless you think that you are higher than the Galactic Confederation of Light, which he did. And as you all noticed, it did not work well for you or him, because since the beginning of time, the first time you Atlanteans did the same thing and stole my technology, used it in your field without my permission and without an equal energy exchange, it caused a big explosion in the field and everybody on Earth got diminished. All the bodies fell. That's how the dark aliens from past Orion came down, split your brain in half, left and completely disconnected from the right side hemisphere, put in the place of your third eye ego mind program. Now, since then, all you do is operate an ego mind. This includes all your fake religions, fake churches, fake movements, fake cops, fake everything. And you're wasting your time in this illusion, because it will never, ever, ever shift and become better. It's like one nail nailed to the ground, spinning around in an ever recurrent movement downwards towards the shit. You're like burying yourselves in deep shit is what's happening every single day. And this time around, when you did the same and you stole my technology, used it in the field without paying me or being grateful or being respectful or keeping on aiding me on my journey, like everywhere I go. Thanks for your service in Phoenix, Arizona today. Thanks for your service in Utah today. Thanks for your service in Jacksonville today. Thanks for your service in wherever I went. Billions of places did I perform surgeries by foot. Stopped there and performed surgeries all the time. Never stopped. All the time. All day, every day, reprogramming atoms. And then they say, I don't have a job. No, I am. Isness is my business. That's my job. And then for other people to steal my present moment. Listen, honey, if you like another body that moans like a dog, you better keep it in its name, because this COVID shit is uncalled for. I disallow that. So I don't know how this is going to end here in South Carolina, with the security and the whatever, and, whatever's going on. Like, I go to lunch to Wayback Burgers, and that's something that I did when I came first and foremost, the first time I ever came back from Tennessee. I was in my, like, black star, gold star, tutu, and I still had like my extensions, and I had my like jean high heel boots, and I went and had lunch there. And to me, it's something that links me up to another space and time. But like the real actual purpose of it was I needed a burger today. That's all. It's as simple as that. And I was already on the south end this morning, so I didn't need to go back down there. And he had signed up for a session. The only reason why I called Forsyth again today is because he told me last time around, when he last dropped off some stuff of mine here, my luggage, that he wanted an upgrade when he heard that Brendan was getting his follow-up. So he got his full transmission, his full transcript served, and that's going to probably have me now go to the lobby and start typing the new transcript against all odds, I have to like redo some of the sections. And that being said, his surgery is going to be completely active within this next 72 hours. So as you all know, last time around when I last, got the key to his place, that's when I took a puff of, flour on the front porch of 211 Cordillo Parkway. And that's when Steven decided to, fuck whoever he fucks in my name there, and have William get out of there, and now they live there, and they're still playing a game on me. All I have to say to Steve, honey, is, honey, you were somebody I respected. You were somebody that had, like, magnetism and stamina and honor, and you walked like a king, and I was glowing by your side, and, you have some accountability, some credibility, Then you started to downgrade and degrade to my face. Like you started to like pass out on the couch, and all you ever did was like you started to not even be focused anymore. You started to be dumb. Like you were a dumbed down being, and you were in supreme ego, and you wouldn't even listen to anything I had to say. And now it's gotten to the points where you have to come and fuck a dog bitch next door, make noise, and fuck off, leave. Like, how do you think that makes me feel? Like, I'm ashamed of even waking up in this hotel the next morning knowing that that's what, like, how low of a life my ex is. And you think that it's like honorable? Why would you even do these things? Like, do you not have personal honor? Like, how do you do it? Like, how do you even convince people that that's even remotely cool? Like, what do you tell them? And how do they believe you? Or do they actually all hate you that much to make you think that, oh, you're so cool doing this shit? Because you're not. And then they leave at the reception like 3 M&Ms, you know, like black M&Ms. Like, I'm not playing with you all. You're playing alone. I'm nobody's third wheel. If you're living in that illusion, that's your karma you're trying to force down my throat, but it doesn't go down my throat. As a matter of fact, you notice, one day I eat in Whole Foods, one day I eat in Kroger, one day I eat in Harris Teeter, one day I eat in Bilo, one day I go to that restaurant. I'm not playing your game. Only you are playing in your own game, alone. You are alone in the illusion. I have transmuted and transcended matter a long time ago. And you can't fix me back, hold me back down to your derelict standards there with the, oh, this is the karmic, we can fuck her like a whore in her name, and oh, if I leave, then you get to give her what you want to give her, and you mess with my bike? What? By what permission? Like, you don't own me. You can't come now, knock at the door, and say, hey, I'm sorry for having acted like the lowest of the low, and the like, no. You're too busy in 211 doing what? Fucking her like a dog? Because you need like something to bark every fuck day? What the fuck? And then follow me around and put threats on me and lie about what I do? Anyways, literally you guys have a lot of like thinking to do to upgrade yourselves to like 6A and beyond. Please book sessions, you know. It was a pleasure today to like give a session to a being, not only to the atoms in the Veterans Park up there. And you know, all those people who've been diminishing me, and I'm sure 100% that Michael Adam Tompkins has a contract with Amber's family he's paid to make pretend that she wasn't born a guy, and that she was a girl, and that her pussy's like God, and, you know, to convince all these people about that so that they all reverse it around on me because I'm the girl from another country that all America can love to hate. But it's really reversing really badly on her now, or on Christina, whoever's like getting fucked like a tramp next door. Like, literally, you guys, I'm not sure what to say. Like, at least all I can say on my end is cheers to the healing that this kombucha from Atlanta, everyone. Wow. So all I can say is, as a being, I have surpassed my own limits, because normally my plasma cannot, like, I can't, I will not be well, you know, because beyond being an etheric being, my plasma is hooked into inner earth portal. That's how I provide surgeries. So when around my space these things occur, like there's a deranged masculine who's holding a bitch by the hair, fucking her like a tramp dog, and all she does all day is like watch me and does what I do and go in the bank as me, that's ill. That means that I have in my organism a parasite. It's like a virus. There's something all the time that is invading my vessel. It's as if you have a virus in your body. Like, it enters your bloodstream and it starts to mess with your red plate cells and your white cells and your platelets, or it goes in your kidney and it fucks with the cells and it forms a cancerian or a autoimmune disease. When I have, for years now in the United States and beyond that, since forever, I have little girls following me around trying to get fucked in my name and be convinced that that's completely normal, and the cops allow that. That's making them and the cops and everybody in the mix very sick. It's not only my plasma that is affected, it's you guys, you're very affected. Hence COVID. So once you guys chose to do that, to back up Steven's wrong action instead of telling him, hey dude, you fucked up, man, you were an asshole to her, she has every right to walk away, and we're not gonna let you give her birthday to this other hoe because this is gonna cause a global disturbancy. But nobody out of all you morons had the audacity, the intelligence, the know-how. You know, none of you is able to know what's what, from the FBI to the CIA to the United Nations to the NASA. Nobody knows that this will never give. Are you all that stupid? Asks Jesus. The narrow gate to God. I mean, there's a minimum of intelligence required for people to be able to drive a car, let alone run a nation. So I really wonder by what insane stupidity this came about. What was the thinking behind it? What did you guys sit at a table and actually verbalize it and decide for yourselves that the best way to go about it would be to render me force sick? And to have Steven fuck bitches while he's inside me to prove to someone on camera that the other bitches are femmes and I'm like that milking cow he used to just like say, oh, you want to fool around? And then play fucking video games. Like, how does he accept, first of all, as a man? How, as a man, do you accept to be forced, chopped off from your virility, masculinity, and every natural aspect of being a man? How? And whoever did that and hired him to do this shit to me, who the fuck, what? And then Mexico? Literally, I don't understand where the biggest problem lies, but it's up to you guys to determine that, because as far as I'm concerned, this is very concerning. This is beyond anything that is fathomable at any level. Like, and then I'm giving a session to William at the park. Instead of having all the park in a line to begging to take their session, you have a girl trying to distract people from me next to me, like with long black hair, trying to play nigger music and go and dance. Like, all the energy of the atoms is against life on earth. It's against being progressive. It's against being evolved. It's against being a participant of the grandness that is unfolding. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why now at my door there isn't a line of 50 people begging for mercy and for, and why Steve isn't the first one. I mean, what are they waiting for Florida to forward me funds? I mean, one doesn't exclude the other if I'm going to go and make it big. But anyways, I'm still me anyways. What you guys need to understand is I come from God. I was not created by sucking any dick. I received my covenant from the divine. So no matter how many hoes suck how many dicks, they're still not allowed to be me, suck a dick as myself, hide under my name, or try to make pretend that it's even funny. And whoever validates them in their stupid game, if you're that dumb, you're a loser. If you guys think that, oh my God, you're so cool because you're all having a secret behind my back and nobody can tell me about your big, nasty, mean secret that you're all fornicating under my name, and there's already somebody who's me, and Steven is like, hush, hush, oh my God, yeah, suck my dick more because she doesn't know. And he's playing all of you because he knows what he's doing. He's driving all of you into trash, tramp, nigger, bitches, woof, whores, and you're all doing it pleasantly to what? Nigger face me? No, you're the niggers. Anyone who's participating in this, including a cop, it's on you. It's not on me. Nor is it on him. He don't give a fuck. He can have his dick in all the holes, in every wall, in every pipe, he can put his dick in each of your mouths. He's doing it to fucking glorify me because I'm the main. He can give my name to all of you. He still don't care, and the more of you do it, the more I get in the highest towards God. Like, but you all want to be mocked by God because you want to suck Steven's dick next door instead of telling him, excuse me, there's no way in hell I'm going to get fucked like a whore this way. I'm going to take you straight to her door. You're going to knock at the door and you're going to ask for apologies. And if she was a good woman, she would bring my shit and say, I'm sorry, here. But she's a tramp, bitch, fucking nigger, fucking woof, dog, whore. No real woman would ever do this shit. So all you tramps, fuck off my face. Steven, I don't know what you want to do with your life, but all I know is I'm going to type in upgraded transcript. If you guys want to steal it, take this, motherfuckers. Have an even worse COVID crisis soon as I fuck off. Because nobody gives a fuck about how nigger you can be. And otherwise, if you want to man up and become civilians, you can. It's up to you. But there is no fear and no attachment, and I don't belong to anybody, only to God. I am Goddess Aurora by divine decree, and I'm a warrioress, and you guys can't steal that away from me. Even if you write on your little American book, and Nigerian and Russian, and I don't care what book on earth, nigger, German, who cares which nigger we're talking about? That you are Aurora and every citizen on your land is Aurora. You're all liars in the eyes of the Lord. And if you want to stay liars for however many more years to come, joke's on you all. Because I already won. I already made it. I already got my divine decree from God. If you guys don't want to share heaven on earth, it's obvious that you want to stay in hell. Tell me something I don't know. Anything? I didn't think so. So otherwise, my Floridian team wants my password again for like some of my banking thing. But again, I mean, I'm a very clean person. Like, it's very pure. My direction will come from the divine. I don't need to validate any ego that is like unsure of themselves in any terms. I'm here to break down all your grids and unify everything. And remove all the little woof, 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 nigger, bitch, hoe activities. Because I don't deal with dark alien agenda. I don't deal with any of this shit. If you guys don't evolve to my levels, I'll be alone until the cows go home. Anywho. Good luck. Tell your mommy in Russia or in Louisiana, I don't know who I'm dealing with now, but that was like, woof, woof. Literally. Like, he never fucked me like that.